So for this video, I'm going to be using this type of tape. I'm going to show you this particular tape compared to the standby, which is the traditional 3M blue painter's tape. And this stuff's been around forever, and it really does a good job, but it doesn't do a great job when you're talking about paint bleed through, especially on bumpy surfaces. And this particular tape does a phenomenal job. I find that it actually sticks to the wood a little bit better than 3M tape. So if I were to recommend any kind of tape for a project like this frog tape is definitely the best. The frog tape comes in two different styles. It comes with a delicate surface or a multi-surface. And this is the multi-surface. The delicate surface isn't going to have quite the tack that this does. So if you're wanting to put down a tape that you maybe just applied paint on or stain, definitely use the delicate surface. For me, it didn't matter because the shoe molding hadn't just been finished with a nice finish or anything, so it was already pre-primed. It wasn't an issue. But if you're concerned about maybe the paint pulling up after you apply it, then get the delicate, or try both and just see what happens. Sometimes if you use the multi-surface, it's a little bit tough and it will pull up the fresh finish, especially stain and clear coats, but also on walls too. So this is something that I highly recommend, and take a look at the affiliate links in the description below, and it will take you to our link. Okay, if somebody wants to know how to achieve results like this with shoe molding and painting it, and looking at the crisp tape masking line, this is really actually quite simple. However, it does require some skill, certainly, to understand what you're trying to do. The goal is to end up with these are really old casings. I just put this shoe molding on, so basically we just added this because we put this luxury vinyl flooring in. So we had to cut the bottom of the baseboard and basically put this new piece of 3/4 by 3/4 shoe molding in. Well, typically when you do this, you end up with a nice area where you have to mask and paint, and it really is difficult because what ultimately is going to happen is you're just going to get paint on the floor because the masking tape, it'll bleed through the masking tape. So I have a technique that I've acquired over the years, and most people think that they should put the masking tape as close as they can to the molding and then push down, and then somehow magically that's going to give you a good edge. And maybe you could even, slide it under the shoe molding. If it's just ever so slightly up above the floor, you could probably push it in there and get a really close, tape job. Well, you're going to find that pretty much it's impossible to do this. You're not going to be able to get a good joint. The tape line isn't going to be good at all. So when you take this off, sadly, you're going to be very unhappy because you're going to have paint all over your new wood floor. So my technique is actually very simple, but you need to actually have pretty good eyesight in order to do this. So let me shut the door. Okay. So you can see, boy, these casings, when you look at it through the camera, boy, they look beat up, but they're not. So this guy's been cut, right, to accommodate the floor. And what I do, there's one thing to note also, is you should have primed baseboards already. So before you put these in, just prime them. They don't have to be painted, just prime them, sand them, and then install them. And then once you fill the holes, you can get wood filler, fill the holes, and then sand that, and then caulk the joint there where it meets, pretty much caulk everything where it meets the existing baseboard or casing, but don't caulk the floor. Now, I'm going to show you, see if you can see this, ever so slightly. Do you see that little line? I mean, in the camera you can see that little tiny line right there. That's the cut line. So you're going up a hair above the bottom of the shoe molding, and you're going to achieve a perfect cut line. So when you pull this off, you're actually barely above the floor. And of course, you got to make sure, like I said, you got to have good eyesight. I have glasses on. My eyes suck, but with glasses they help. But look at that. I mean, so you want to achieve as close to that bottom as you can get it. And this is the result you're going to end up with. Now this paint has been setting for, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours or something. It's been like 5 hours. So this is not, this is impressive, but it's definitely attainable for most people. Like I said, as long as you can, you know, be pretty anal about your line, I mean, where you put the tape, you're going to be able to achieve results like this. The beauty of it is that because the shoe molding was already primed, if you come up from the bottom a little bit more than you would like to, you're not going to be able to see it because the base was already white. Now, if you're going to prime it with a different color because you're going to paint it gray or something, obviously that's something to do as well, you know, think about that. But now, peeling off this tape is actually kind of tricky in these corners. So what you want to do is you want to almost pull it away. You want to just get that edge to break right there. And then as you pull this away, you kind of want to pull it out away from the wall and then get it so where you can roll it over and just kind of peel it back like that. Because those corners are really, really tough. And it's tough to tape too, so you want to make sure you got it on there. Now that little thing, you see that little guy? That's just like a little lip. When you pull the tape off, you get a little bit of a lip. So you just kind of want to go around and knock that lip down. And it's microscopic, but it's there. And then once you knock it down, you won't ever see it. Kids talk about things being, what's it called? They say that's real satisfying. Well, nothing's more satisfying than peeling back tape on a wood floor and having that kind of result. It doesn't get any better than that. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably have had issues in the past, and you've probably thought, there's no way I'm going to install this because I don't know how to paint on my new wood floor. I mean, aren't I going to get paint all over the floor? Now under here, commonly a problem, right? Because you've got the paint that basically puddles down. And sometimes if you take a razor blade right on that edge, you can just kind of cut the paint if you see it pulls up. But I'm pulling out, you can see I'm literally pulling the tape out, trying to keep a flat surface so the tape doesn't break. And now, as I get out from underneath, I'm going to peel that back. Now, that part there, that was definitely because I couldn't get that back edge. I guess I didn't get it enough. There you see this? That's what I'm talking about. See that? That doesn't have it, but here I must have missed it one way or another. So let me show you what you do with that. You take your razor blade, your sharp utility knife, and ever so slightly, you want to get under there and just get that. And all you're going to do is just barely. I'm hardly putting any pressure because of that sharpness of that utility knife. It comes right off. It's not actually like on the flooring. It's kind of just in a little bit of a bubble there. And since it's dry, it just comes right up. Okay. Now once that's done, take a damp cloth. You can see it just moves around. You see it's just like a powder. Just take a damp cloth and just wipe that up right there. And then that will be good. Take this and just take your razor blade and just kind of knock that little burr off. When you cut these casings out, you end up with a little bit of a fuzz at the bottom. And like I said, this camera is making it look really bad. Not really bad, but it's really tough to show you without like really a close-up on there. So, but that's it. So other than just a tiny bit of cleanup right there, that is it. So I did this entire space. Closet, we left the stock baseboards already there. Okay, I haven't even touched it after pulling the tape off, so that's the way it was when I took it off. You can see the stock base. And going through, you can see the 22.5. See how nice that looks? I mean, look at how cool that looks. There's nothing that's coming out, right? There's no glue, or I mean, there's no paint going anywhere. It's just clean. How cool is that?